Hi, I am here with Sophie Playford from Sophie Playford Reflexology. She's going to talk to us about baby feet and what she does in her job to help calm and relax babies. So first of all, what is reflexology?
Well, reflexology is a very fast-growing touch therapy whereby we believe that the body is mapped out on the feet. So, for example, we've got the head up here in the toe area, you've got the chest, the diaphragm, the tummy and the digestive area all through here, and there are reflex points all over the feet that correspond to all parts and organs of the body. And by massaging these reflexes, you can bring about balance in the body. So if something is out of line, if you've got digestive problems, you can work on the digestive area here and bring about balance there and calm all the systems so that they all work smoothly in the way that nature intended.
Perfect. And does it work? It works as the same on babies as it does on adults. Is it?
No, it's a touch therapy. The only difference with babies is obviously the feet are much smaller, so it's a lot quicker to do a treatment. You can treat a baby in 5 minutes.
Perfect.
And toddlers, teenagers, grown-ups, and one of my clients is 100 years old.
Wow.
So it doesn't matter how old you are. You just adjust the pressure to the age group. So with babies, we always work really gently.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that's good to know. Because you don't want to. I guess there's the difference between gentle and tickling and gentle and pressure.
Yes, it's an assured pressure. So there is some pressure, but it's not light and tickly. You're not just feathering across the surface. You're making contact with the surface of the foot, and you're just gently stroking or circling, or sometimes you might just be even in one place and wiggling the finger just like that.
Brilliant.
But yes, it's a touch. It's not a
tickle.
Yes, not a tickle.
Okay. So Sophie's going to give us 3 different techniques for ways that you may be able to calm your baby. Just another little set of tools for you to use to help your baby calm down if they're upset but not so upset that you know
that you're concerned about them. Yes, it was if your baby's really screaming and going red in the face and you can't work out what's wrong with them, then obviously I wouldn't try this technique. But if it's just whimpering and they need some comfort of some kind, or you suspect that they may have just got themselves overstressed or overstimulated or too tired or too hungry or whatever, or it might be a digestive problem, it might be wind, then this can help calm them in a natural way.
Brilliant.
Ideally.
Okay, so what have we got first?
So let's start from the top first. So we're working around the top of the body, which is around this area for your baby. Now obviously newborn babies' feet are very sort of like curly, so you might have to work a little bit harder to get into. It's the area under the toes that we want to get.
Okay, so
it just right in here, and that's because there's a nerve in there called the vagus nerve, and that serves a lot of the digestive organs that are going through the body, and that can help with swallowing and any tummy troubles and things. And it's a very important nerve, especially for babies when they're feeding a lot, and it's also very calming on the central nervous system. So what you would do is you support the back of the toe with one finger if you can. Now I'm imagining that the baby, you would be cuddling the baby at the time, so just support as best you can the toe and then gently stroke down 3 times from the top of the toe into that crease and then come away.
Okay, and does it matter if you start on the left foot or the right foot?
I always start on the right foot. It doesn't actually matter, but start on the right and then you move right to left whenever you're doing your manoeuvres. Now if it's a dad doing it who perhaps has got a bigger thumb, you can use your pointy finger, you can use any finger, or you can even use your little finger if you're able to support in that way. And if you're unsure, I would suggest using your little finger, because then you know that the pressure's not going to be too firm.
And you're getting right into that little crease at the top of their foot. Yeah, I can feel my baby already calming down.
My baby's very calm. Yeah. And then across to the other side.
Okay, so both do it on both. Don't just do it on one. Do it on both. Okay.
even them up, because you never know how much time you've got with the baby.
No, that's true. It's very true. Okay, so that's a nice, really simple one. What's the next one?
So the next one would be the solar plexus area. We would like to calm that. That's sort of like in your tummy area. So if you ever feel a bit nervous or uncertain or anything, where you've got that feeling of butterflies in your tummy, you can just simply do a circular movement in the centre of the baby's foot. And again, you want that pressure to be gentle pressure, but not tickly.
Okay.
And then the other one.
Okay.
And it doesn't really matter if you go clockwise or anti-clockwise.
Okay.
I think in the notes that you've got access to, it might say anti-clockwise, but any time you're accessing the reflex, if that reflex needs balancing, if you're working on it, it will restore. And you can do this, as I say, on any age. You just adjust the pressure. So you just do that a few times. Or if the baby's wriggling about and you can't move and that, just simply put your thumb in the middle of that area and just hold it.
I've often found actually when I've got newborns in for shoots and they are struggling to settle, if I've got them there and I just a really gentle pressure on their feet, really does. It's amazing how quickly they
It's
calm.
very grounding. I find when I'm working with the elderly as well, because especially those that don't walk anymore, having their feet touched, it's very grounding and reassuring. It's obviously the same for babies because they don't put their feet to the ground.
That's really true. I didn't think of that.
And then the next reflex that you can work is the spine, which helps to calm the central nervous system. It goes all the way through the body, and it starts at the top of the toe, comes all the way down the side of the foot, down towards the heel. So again, just apply some gentle pressure and bring that thumb down 3 times.
Brilliant.
And then on the other side. And as I say, if you're cuddling your baby like this, that's the position you would be in, or perhaps you've got them over your shoulder. As long as the baby's secure in the hold, you can access and you can use another finger to get through there and try and start at the top and then come back.
Okay.
But you can work in the other direction if that's easier, because you're still accessing that spine.
Yeah.
So that's 3 simple moves that you can use for calming. And if your baby's feet are all tucked away in a baby grow and they're not accessible, then try and use it on their hands. You can the solar plexus is in the centre of the hand. You know that bit where it's like a little bowl?
Yes.
That's the solar plexus there. And then the big toe is represented by the thumb. So that vagus nerve would be coming down through there on the thumb. And then the spine, just like it is on the side of the toe and down the side there, is down through here.
Perfect. I'd probably, actually, thinking about toddlers, it's probably easier to access their hands because they're on the move all the time.
That's right. Toddlers, definitely. When we work on toddlers, we always suggest the moves are on the hands, because their hands, toddlers would normally have socks or some shoes on, so you could access the hands quite quickly. So if they're sitting in the waiting room with you, or even in a shopping trolley and getting a bit fractious while you're waiting for your turn at the checkout, you could easily do that on their hands there.
That's
calm down. Just simply do that hold on the hand and circular movements.
Yeah, while you're holding their hand even. If they're getting a bit wild while you're dragging them along somewhere.
Exactly. So there's lots to do.
That's really helpful. And Sophie's got on her website, there's a downloadable PDF with these on. So I'm going to put a link to that as well, which is really helpful. Thank you. And then hopefully it just gives you another set of things that you can try just to help your baby be calm. That's amazing.
Right.
Thank you
and
so
I
much,
think
Sophie.
The thing is, if you're calm and then you're touching your baby, they will sense you're calm. It's all about energy, and so you can transfer that to them as well.
And you were saying it's really nice also because anybody could do it. It's not just mums, it's dads, it's siblings, grandparents.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's such a universal thing.
That's right. It's a lovely, lovely treatment.
Perfect. That's brilliant. Thank you so
welcome.
much.
Pleasure.
Thank you.